radial engines, tail wheels, air shows, and the lessons that make better pilots. Welcome to Retro-Aero with Czech pilot Dale. Aviation history, practical airmanship, and honest hangar stories. Let's fly.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Question of the Day, Retro-Aero Podcast. I am your host, Czech pilot Dale. We are joined again by our guest questioner, Private Pilot Lynn, who has the following question for me.
So what flight taught you a lesson you carry with you to this day?
So I was a captain at a airline that it no longer exists. And we had a medical emergency on board in which the physician on the aircraft said that we needed to divert immediately because the person was going to die if we didn't. We diverted into Detroit with the vice president of operations sitting in my jump seat. When we got on the ground, we found out that the physician on board made the wrong decision. They didn't know what they were talking about. Simply because they were an emergency room doctor, they thought that everybody needs to go to the emergency room. As soon as we got on the ground, the individual was totally fine. So the lesson that I learned from that was just because you're a specialist in a certain area doesn't make you a specialist in every area. So today, if we have a medical emergency on board, I always contact what we call the physician on call, the one who has been trained specifically for in-flight medical emergencies, and we consult with them first. Now, we do have certain things that we're going to divert for no matter what. If a person's in active labor, they're uncontrollable bleeding, CPR, active CPR is in process, for example, or a defibrillator has applied a shock, we're going to divert without question. But beyond that, just because someone on board says we need to divert the aircraft doesn't necessarily mean we need to. And a medical emergency is not a captain emergency in the sense that if someone's having a medical issue, we need to get all the facts before we make the decision to divert. Because basically, I diverted, costed the airline a lot of money, and delayed a bunch of folks just because a supposed expert knew what we were supposed to do and didn't really know the proper situation. So I learned my lesson from that. Always consult the specialist that we need to make the decision, gather all available information before I make a decision as a captain. So that was probably my biggest lesson learned. And that's my answer for the question of the day. I'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Retro-Aero with Czech pilot Dale. Thanks for flying along, and remember to always have airspeed, altitude, and ideas, or at least 2 out of 3. Bye for now.